Georgia's foster care system is overwhelmed, and children, unfortunately, are paying the price.
State leaders say millions in funding shortfalls are already forcing cuts to critical services. Atlanta News First reporter Abby Casores joins us outside of the Capitol tonight. Abby, advocates warn without immediate action here, families and these vulnerable children could be left without the help that they need.
Yeah, that's right. This is really the last line of defense for thousands of Georgia children. The Department of Family and Children Services, known as DFACS, is the state agency that helps children who have been abused or neglected, trying to send them to either stay with family or with a foster family, with the goal of trying to keep families together.
This is my daughter Grace. She came to us when she was 5 days old, and now she's a freshman, so all things are possible.
John DeGarmo has fostered more than 60 children in 15 years. Now he works with foster families across Georgia. State data shows more than 11,000 children are currently in Georgia foster care. Private providers help support them, offering transportation, mental health care, and in-home services. But DFACS is facing a projected $85 million budget shortfall, and advocates warn services are already disappearing.
And the longer we wait, the more apt the child's going to be placed in danger, harm, or maybe even worse.
The strain became public in November when DFACS Commissioner Candace Brose told providers they could no longer start new services without special approval, citing financial challenges tied to the federal government shutdown. Contracts for children with intensive health needs were also cut.
These aren't goods and services. These are children in crisis at this very moment.
In a letter obtained by news nonprofit The Imprint and shared with Atlanta News First, 4 former DFACS directors warned Governor Brian Kemp the consequences of inaction are immediate and measurable, urging emergency funding from the state's surplus.
All right, well, good morning, everybody.
Governor Kemp confirmed Tuesday his office received the letter. He says DFACS costs have risen 159% since the pandemic, calling that growth unsustainable while acknowledging increased mental health needs.
We realize that there will be a need for having more resources, but 159%, that is something that we need to look at very closely.
Looking at photos of dozens of the kids he's fostered, DeGarmo says the debate over more dollars carries real consequences for the thousands of kids now waiting on what happens next.
So many of these children are just looking for someone to give them a chance.
Today's state lawmakers heard from state agency heads about their budget proposal asks. Tomorrow, Commissioner Candace Brose with DFACS is expected to give her budget presentation, which could include both short-term and long-term funding asks. Live at the state capitol, Abby Casores, Atlanta News First.